phone. There's something about that circle, man. Something about that circle. And you know you ain't going up to that bitch. I want to place that bitch. Is that bitch on their side or is that in something? See, I just caught the old line on him. See, I be catching the old. I just caught the old line on him. I ain't mean to hit clip. I just asked them a question about something. No, that one what I was on my mind. I asked them something. I asked them something, and them bitches said some crazy shit. It's gonna come to me. I just asked them something. No. It was something else I asked. Oh, I asked them about Greenland. I asked them about Greenland. I asked them people about Greenland on Google. Where that? Where that shit at? I had it. I thought I took a screenshot of it. I asked them about Greenland. I thought I took a screenshot of it. Let's see right now. Yeah, the Greenland. The largest island. It's covered with ice and all this old dumb shit. Largest island. They talk about how large Greenland is. But they later, then I went and asked them. I asked them something else about Greenland. And when I asked them about Greenland, then I asked them about the ledger on the map. Because I know I heard it before, and I watched them go get giant Italy on there. I'm going to go get giant Italy on there. I'm going to go get giant Italy on there. See what I'm saying? Because I know what she taught me about Greenland on a map. But see, I ain't just started this shit. I'm going to go get giant Italy on there. I'm going to go get giant Italy on there. Watch this. Watch when I go get giant Italy on here. Watch this. Giant Italy. Watch this. Steady. Right on, boom. Shouldn't let on up, beast. I got you. Right here. Like we using this shit for educational purposes and shit like that. Up on the fair use. The fair use Act 107, 108, 109, 111, 113, and all that good shit. Nah, this I want the one she was talking about. This got to be the same. Nah. I don't want to talk about. I want to talk about she was talking about the blue-eyed motherfucker. She got on his ass too. I want to talk about that map. I want to talk about that map, baby. I want to talk about that map, baby. I want to talk about that map. Oh, there she go. There my baby go. There my baby go.
How many of you have ever seen a map that looked like this before? How many of you have ever seen this map?
Seen that map?
Yeah, isn't this the map that you use K through 16 in the United States of America? Now, folks, look at this map. According to your social studies teacher, what is the equator?
Right
An imaginary line where?
Yeah.
Imaginary.
Around the center of the earth. Then if this map is correct...
Hold up. The equator is the imaginary line. So no, you're going into an imaginary realm. These, all right, just listen. Hey, this is my baby though.
Then the equator must be here, and Chicago has a tropical climate. Now, folks, this is the map that we use in the schools. Look where the United States is, in the middle of the world, right? Now, here's the USSR, which is no more, of course, Mongolia, China, Africa, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan. Now look over here. USSR, Mongolia, China, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan. Twindy is here. We have 2 Indias. Did you know that? Now, people, this is a flat-out lie. Look at the size of Greenland and the size of South America. According to your social studies teachers, what were continents? Just land masses on the face of the earth, right? Now, do you know the continents? Africa, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, Europe, North America, and South America. Did I say Greenland? Well, Greenland isn't a continent, but it's a huge landmass according to this map, right? The map is a flat-out lie, people. If you read the legend on the map, here it says, in fact, South America is actually 9 times larger than Greenland.
What? Pause. Now, I just looked up some more shit. It said something about, hold up. Yeah, I heard she said. She said, that's a ledge. I just asked them about the ledge. They said, ain't no small ledge on the Peterson projection map and all that. I just, that's what I asked you for, bitch. I had to go get it for myself, see? See, I tried to go get it from Google, though. I can't go get it from Google because they're going to try to trick me and all that shit. I'm asking the small ledge because I know what the small ledge just said. She just read it. She just read it. And they enlarged Greenland. And we gonna goddamn, see, we ain't gonna play. We gonna get on their ass. I'm gonna get on their ass. Get more right there. See what we gonna do. Pull it down and upload to the top.
Elizabeth's like sorcerer, warlocky kind of guy.
This green right there. When I get a chance, I'm going in. And I want to just get a little bit of picnic on all of this. That make this jumping inside. I want to know what it is located right there. They got an Arctic Ocean and they got an I don't get all this and shit. Just like I be telling y'all about these flags, man. All the symbols on, all y'all gotta do is look at the nation. That motherfucking, see that sign now? I be telling y'all about that New Orleans Saint sign, something about that New Orleans Saint sign, that motherfucker. Them French, they show, and it's some bullshit with that something. Them some royal black niggas, that rich motherfuckers behind that something. Some rich motherfuckers behind that something. Islam, these folks gave us this Islamic shit, bro. Look at all this shit. Look at all this shit. All this shit, huh? Look at all this shit, huh? This shit said, this man's name was Johann Godfrey Eckhorn. He was born 1752 and died 18. And by the way, this is Makeda. This letter, this shit I'm finna listen to right there, that's Makeda. He finna talk to us about, well, he finna talk to me. Oh, y'all, I do. He finna talk to me about a letter that he wrote to goddamn John D. He finna explain what's around Greenland, and we gonna put this shit on flat map, and we gonna goddamn continue to put this shit together the way we do our thing. Cause there's something real wrong with this Pacific Ocean shit they got going on. In this circle right here, this first circle supposed to be around this so-called magnetic rock. A magnetic rock gonna be right dead in the middle of motherfucking the North Pole. Is the North Pole the magnetic rock? I thought we were looking for some ice. But some magnetic rock right there. And you got in-pulling seas right there and some land around that bitch. Some people. And I want to know exactly what the fuck that is. Then they start trying to make the shit look like some goddamn North Pole, some place you can't go. That's iced out. Biblical scholar, one of the first attempt scientific comparisons between biblical and other Semitic writings. He was born, where he was born at? During Zimmerman on October 16th, 1752. He became professor of Oriental languages at Jena in 1775. Of philosophy at somewhere in 1788. It was Eghorn's conclusion that most of the writings of Hebrew have been passed through several hands, and it took for granted that all so-called supernatural facts relating to the Old Testament were explicable on natural principles. He regarded many of the Old Testament as spurious. He said questioning that the genuineness of 2 Peter and Jude, denied Pauline authorship of Timothy and Titus, and suggested that the canonical gospel were based upon various translations and editions of a primary Aramaic gospel. Aramaic gospel. Aramaic gospel. I'm on my own shit. We the only one that was disputing this shit. See, that's what I'm trying to do now. This what my mind on right now. See, my mind on some shit. I want this. See this circle right here. See, I already told y'all what happened. See, you have artists up there. What they want you to think up there. See how I'm looking down on this paper? This paper is not pointed up over my head. See right there where it said Arctic at? Arctic is not pointed up over my head. I'm looking down at the surface of the earth. We got to go back to the first nigga who broke the stratosphere and said it was a flat station. I got to go back through all that shit. Cause niggas still trip. Man, that shit proved, man. I got time. The article over there. And it's sitting in the northeast there. It's the Arctic Ocean. And see, I'm gonna put the water together. I'm gonna pinpoint everybody's water, because they add the water, so now I gotta, where they add the water, I gotta get that water back. You just can't have water that God ain't gave you. I can't let you have water that God ain't gave you. I can't let you make believe me. Cause God, yeah, y'all say God, but I say I know God. They making y'all believe in a God. Yeah, I know. See, I got a soul. And this the Pacific over here. That's the Atlantic right there. And so this the Pacific. They say it was 7 seas. And even then, they say that shit mythological. They say that shit wasn't. Anyway, the 7 seas. So you got down in Oceania, up under Australia, what they call the country. They made that motherfucker continent, Oceania. The Southern Ocean. The Southern Ocean. What is Southern Ocean at? Huh? What is Southern Ocean at? Right over here where I tell y'all Africa sit in the south. Right where I tell y'all Africa sit in the south. Why I keep trying to show y'all this shit. And the Indian Ocean sit over there. So that's 1, 2, the Arctic 3. Then you got the Atlantic and Pacific. But they got y'all saying the water stacked on top of each other, man. Oh, man, these folks got y'all saying the water stacked on top of each other, man. So you got to have, but see, you got the North Pacific and the South Pacific. Then you got the North Atlantic and the South Atlantic. So this North and this South. So this South, North, that's they North-South. The North right here. North, look, North in that corner. It's South in that corner. Yeah. But you got North. That's the water you got. But see, it's this circle right here for me. Like my good, I'm saying, it's the circle right here for me in these lands right here. See the circle right here.
From 1577
and
about this
right
map
there.
in the land above the north.
See, this is what I'm trying
And
to
so
get.
I wanted to read it
this
here
circle I'm
because
trying-
it's
I'm gonna
absolutely
figure this shit out
amazing.
right here.
And I want people to listen to it, and it's shed some interesting light on this map and some different ideas, because a couple videos I have planned in the future are going to all deal with like the North and South Pole, everything from Admiral Byrd to this and Mount Meru and way beyond, because I really think that there's something up there. And at the beginning of one of these letters, it says that the
You heard? You really think something is up there, ain't nothing up there. See, that's why he ain't gonna see. You heard him? I really think something is up there, ain't nothing up there. So you got to bring that shit down. And that shit either got to sit over there on their side of the earth, or that shit got to be right in the middle of us. Right where they keep playing around, where they drop my ancestors up under the water at. Waiting on some of my people to get in this bitch. Waiting on some of my people to get in. Somebody gonna come fuck with me. Waiting on my nigga ATL. I should have added that nigga. I should have added that nigga ATL. My nigga Sir Drop. I don't know if Sir Drop be on that kind of shit, but yeah. See, I want to know what that is. In that circle, that same circle, when you look at the goddamn 1587 Monte map, they got that bitch just like that. And then you got to go up, like we was talking about yesterday when I said, you leave the Tartar, when I showed you the difference in the two straits, what I was saying was same straight, it's still same side, it's still playing. China, sit right there in China, Japan. And you go through there and you cut to the left a little bit, and then you hit the Anaya. Then you hit the Anaya. I'm gonna figure that shit out. Why would I tell you? Cause when you hit the Anaya, you gotta take that shit over to that side. They don't go up, they go over there. But you can't go to that side like that. Boom. The Americas right there. Boom. You got goddamn Africa right there, Asia right there. So what this is in the middle? Man, some telling me that's the unification point. That's the what up, D? I said, what up, my nigga? I think this is the unification point, man. You don't do what I'm fucking with right now, D. The son of this Makeda. See, I jumped off this Makeda, man. I used to be on this bird, the magnetic rock, and all that shit right there. See, and put the waters together, and they got to come clean with it specific. And I'm thinking right here, man. Where is that rock at? Where is the center? Supposed to be in the center of the earth, so that'll be the center of the gas. Alright. I got down. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. And I already know something ain't right. See, man, I be on this shit. I be on this type shit. See, I be on this type shit. I don't be playing. I be looking at signs of something, man. See, y'all ain't gonna be able to get y'all ain't gonna be able to get hope. Y'all ain't gonna be able to do this. Little paper on the face and playing some real dirty smell, some real grass. They already don't know what grass is. Grass don't even stink no more. You don't even sneeze all that shit no more, man. Get this shit in. I just got the red. See, I just got the red. You always get away with nothing, man. See, they getting rid of all the books and encyclopedias. You ain't gonna be able to go find. Cause you see how Google keep trying to throw me off, but I won't let Google throw me off. Cause I know what my mind said at what I'm looking for. See, anytime you see, look at these. Tell y'all something. All it is no mistake. All it is no mistake. Look. That Norway is right there. That shit like a Confederate flag. All these signs, you gotta study these signs. Some of my niggas. They ain't got a northern territory flag on this motherfucker. Look at that. It is nothing. Look. It is nothing. See. See. Ow, Kansas. Show y'all some of this shit. I think I showed y'all one day. I know I showed y'all Great Britain for that one day. That's a Mo. That a New Brunswick with Christopher Columbus coming to get you. Columbus ain't got a flag on that Columbus flag right there. That was on his sail right there. And I still got to go find out what goddamn FY mean. I supposed to when it found there. That's Columbus. That's the banner that was flew. That was on his sail. North America is not the New World. The New World was Spain. Spain went to goddamn South America. South America is the New World. That's where the West at. I'm trying to tell you. See what I'm saying? See them right there? See frames? I told you, the New Orleans Saints. That symbol mean a whole lot. Look at the Viking. They got a Viking. Look at the Viking right there. Look at the Viking right there. The Vikings even had a flag. The Vikings. Coming out there north. Look how they already took the sun, the water, everything. British Columbia. Where they from? I'm putting them in the areas and showing where they supposed to be. See, look it up. That shit said Northwest Territories. All the ice, all that shit around the Northwest. See that? The Northwest? Huh? Not the Northeast, the Northwest Territory. They the ones got all the trouble with the ice. So we gonna get in that east, and instead of east, it's nothing but mountains back off in that bitch with no water. Huh? Look at these two motherfuckers right here. Look at the double head. Look at that double headed phoenix right there. You'll see that on a whole lot of their flags. It's Russia. See that? See that double headed eagle? That's the crown that Putin and Trump share. Yeah, these two puppet ass niggas y'all talking about. That's the crown. They share this crown. They ain't got two crowns like that Christopher Columbus shit. They got two crowns up there. Why this double head eagle nigga? They share this crown, nigga. The crown of being a Jew. Huh? That's a Jewish crown. That motherfucking thing is a Jewish symbol. And that represent Khazarian and Ashkenazi Jews. And they come out of the Northeast, what I'm trying to show y'all, man. Anybody on no goddamn globe? I want y'all to see. Watch this right here. Listen to this video.
Was owner and in full control of the lands to the north. So if that was true since King Arthur's time, then there's no telling what they would hide from us because they kind of control it all from around there. So there's some interesting art in this. I'm going to share some old maps. I'm going to share some Mercator maps. And I'm just going to read the book. And I recommend it's like 15 pages. The part I'm going to read is about 4. And I definitely recommend you checking it out, looking at these pages, reading all the words. It is some great insight into this area. And the map is awesome. So here we go. Enjoy. And this letter must have been in some rough condition from April 20th, 1577. And so some of the lines are missing at certain times, and there's ... So bear with me, but enjoy. He begins, to the most famous Dr. John Dee,
I'm gonna sit the
his
phone down
master
till it
and
get
much
to a part I
esteemed
want y'all to see.
patron, at Mortlake
Let me
on the
hold this shit.
Thames,
I gotta learn
near
how to use my
London,
computer
with
shit,
3
man. I don't know how to do all this
enclosures.
shit.
So it says a line's missing, and then says to send.
Damn, I've been muted all the time. How long I been muted, dog? Damn. Man, I'm gonna spin this shit, bro. I'm showing y'all my shit. Y'all can't hear me. Damn, y'all gone now. But anyway, I'll keep the video going. Look, that's the northwest tip, see? I thought y'all hear me talking. My bad. But see, that's the northwest tip of Africa right there. And that's how they cut the Suez Canal through the land right there. So they can get down there over there to Australia, see? Uh, Go Wahana, Kala, Ma, Nika, Tataya, Kama. I got my own language, dog. Oh, I ain't play with these fools. Omaha, Oklahoma, Omaha, But that circle right there, that's when I was showing y'all this. This circle right there, see? That's my symbol on my flag right there. See, that's my flag. Illuminati head boss, man. This is my flag. AIA. I want them to I want them to get mad. See, but see that symbol right there? That's my goddamn. That's my okay, that's my flag right there. See how I got that? See how I got that clip like the MasterCard? And it be a two-headed dragon, a two-headed snake, or a two-headed phoenix. I was just showing you how they wear the same crown. See, that I got a book. My book called a brick clip, and that's what I call a clip. That's how they clip lands and add water right there. So my book is called a brick clip. And that's what I call a clip. That's Northwest Africa. That's the tip of Northwest Africa, which sits in the South. Africa sits in the South, but that's the Northwest tip of Africa inside that circle. And see, they playing that. They see in my heart, my nigga. My ancestors done told me. My ancestors give me revelations of what's going on. Here goes some more of my flag and shit right here. I know I had some more. My ancestors tell me that flag. See, I wear that star on my neck. You know I got my goddamn star on my neck. That Israel right there. Some more of my flags and shit. The line of Judah. That was Ethiopia. The line of Judah. The line of Judah. Who brought Judah up in that bitch? Who brought Judah up in that bitch? How that J get up in there? How Ethiopia get with some Judaism and all that shit? See, there we go. How Ethiopia get off into some Judaism and all that shit? How the line of Judah? See, we was speaking Hammery, and that's why we gonna go back through them goddamn languages, and I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna show you that in this book here with the Latin and all that shit. What the other book I just had, y'all? I'm gonna show, and in this book, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you biblically how they motherfucking change the languages and all that shit. And fuck Google. I already fact check. I was fact checking before I left. I'm trying to show. Hold up. Let me show. That circle is again. That circle. See that? All these motherfuckers, the whole world. I wish I could teach the world to sell cocaine. The whole world, nigga. Hey, So how did they come to land? See, they forced the They had to force the Ethiopians. After the Ethiopians convert the Ethiopians the hard. They the hard. The Ethiopians were the hard. They sit up in the highlands. They own the act. They own the Ethiopians own the oil field. They wanted to get grab hold to too. So they trying to get the power sources, the oil. They want the big shit. So they had to get the Ethiopians to convert to Judaism and being Jews first. But the Ethiopians don't get none of the land they call Israel and Palestine over there now. I'm showing you how they talk you out of it. They talk you out of it through Canaan. You ain't had no brother named Canaan. That's part of their story. They can't show you Canaan, man. They can show it to you now. They can't show it to you in depth like they show you the rest of the monuments that we're looking at in South America and Africa because they took you over there on their side and then usurped you by you putting your soul into you having some blood over there. Once you tell me I got some of my blood over there, now it becomes a part of me if I accept that shit. If I accept that I got a Canaanite brother or ancestor and some shit that supposed to belong to me, supposed to be over there, yeah, now it ties into my soul. Now I'm something I'm supposed to be, I'm supposed to be connected to that shit. That's how they connected me to that shit. You got me right over there, church the fuck out. And now I ain't got no right to none of that shit what they call it, hold it, and that shit ain't nothing. Feel that blowing up nothing, man. I don't know. I don't know. They what that blowing up nothing, no. I don't know if I turn the volume up, I can't. You hear me now? You hear me now, D? But see, let me show you. Show what I'm talking about. See this? It's something back in my spirit, man. Them whole flow over the goddamn souls of our ancestors. I want to figure out exactly what England and Europe did right here, because they sunk Atlantis. They got something to do with the Anunnaki. I'm showing you the Nyayak Eskimos, the ones they want to call Inuit. You see what I'm talking about? These the Inuits. These the ones, like when they said, not the Negro, they'll do the same thing with these motherfuckers. They'll say, not the Eskimo. They don't want you talking about them Eskimos. But they taught me about Eskimos in motherfucking school, my nigga. And they told me that's how they were gonna make this. They lied and said they went to the North Pole, nigga. Same way they told me they went to the moon. They told us they went to the motherfucking North Pole. And they had one black man named Perry with them and 4 little Eskimos. Then they started teaching me about teepees and all that bullshit. But I found these Nyayak Eskimo. Yeah. Anytime I see I'm on them. This is where my shit at. I see y'all whole flow. Y'all talking about these. What made these islands royal? What made them islands royal? The Hibernian, that's Ireland. See, that's Ireland right there. They came west to the Bahamas right there. Though when Christopher Columbo stopped coming from west, he headed west, so he had to come from over here. And see, Africa, that's the third motherfucking continent. They ain't got no continent, man. I should have let Jane Elliott kept talking to her. I shouldn't have cut her ass off. But I want y'all to see the little clip with my mind at and why I'm trying to find this circle and how they use circle. I'm on a search for something. I'm on a search for something, dog. See, yeah, I just be on there. I just get a piece of paper and just go in. I just be on a search for shit. England. I can't even say that shit. Yeah, I made that shit sound nasty too. Polar, police, no, pole, no, pole. Yeah, no pole, only no police and nothing. We fuck them Portuguese all that shit. We on that bitch ass, go on their ass. Home, man. Come on, homo, man. Bitch ass nigga. Throw the beast that up, dog. Huh. I don't know what the fuck I was on right here. I know it was in that middle though. Huh. Human. Money making murder. I was going through I was on some other shit. Yeah, I was on right now. land there, cause y'all nigga leave there and let them take you up. Yeah, folks. Where they shit at? They got one in this bitch. I got one in this bitch. I believe I got that bitch in the car showing it. I showed it. Oh, I showed it to y'all the other day in the car. Why it showed y'all that shit with that circle was right in the middle where I named all the land. I had to put a dead circle in between Africa and South America. And I called the whole land out of America. See, this is a brick clip right here. See, that's my symbol right there. See, that's my symbol right there. The brick clip. You see what I got in between now? Northwest tip of Africa, Atlantis. Huh? They ain't no different. That's what they is. See, we on phenotype. That's what they is. We know exactly. It's four. It's four. That's right, D. That's right, D. I ain't even keep looking for that. Cause I know I showed it to y'all yesterday, but that's my brick clip right there. My brick clip right there. What I did right here. I was trying to figure out how they bomb that land, how they dropping that land, and how Gwenny on both sides of the ice. And this how they clipped us. And this how they clipped North America. See, this how they clipped us with that shit. We got clipped. This when I first started saying how they usurped the North, and how we got usurped by them beasts up there in North America. They came across and got us. With South America is the West, man. See? So I got that shit. And that little small percentage right there, the Japhas right there, the Arab, them Europeans. These are the Europeans. The Iranians are the Europeans. Y'all don't get it. That's why I don't give a fuck about no white man. They don't give a fuck about nobody but theyself. They sit right over there, right there in that little area, right there where they at, right there. Sat there and constructed and wrote all that motherfucking shit that all the whole world got to latch on to. Cause they think they Semitic, they think they supposed to be following Sham, they think they Asiatic, they think they everything except a motherfucking indigenous niggas, nigga. They think they everything and want to be everything but who they is. And the niggas that know, they ain't talking about the right shit. They ain't talking about the right shit. I'm gonna put a circle right in the middle of this bitch. See that clip? 6.6 billion acres of the motherfucking earth belong to these hoes over here, to this queen over here, of the earth. And then 5.47 acres belong to the motherfucker. Iranian, like, hey, who you say Israel, you might well be saying Iranian too, because that's who the fuck they is, man. Let me talk about our shit. Got a lot of shit on. I don't know what else. Well, I'm gonna go goddamn this that giant Italy motherfucking ass, man. They had giant Italy on this bitch of the other nigga. I'll let y'all hear giant Italy. Also had giant Italy on the phone when she was talking about Greenland. She talking about Greenland, man. Talking about Greenland. She was saying how they made Greenland large, and I just showed on the phone. I went to Google. They talking about how big it is and all that shit. She just showed on the ledger map that they gave us and taught us in school on inside the ledger. They said South America is how many times she said more greater than bigger than Greece. That's how big South America is. So you know they playing. That's why I know they got some of Peru and they got some of our land harvesting cocaine out of Peru. That's where they get their Peruvian flake from over there off of so-called Nazca plate. See, Peru holds the motherfucking western side, the northwestern side of goddamn the northwest side of South America. That's the Peruvian side, dog. With that good flake at, tell you how what's going on. See, if they ever got them come properties to me, all my folks gonna get rich because they gonna have to break us off. And I want a piece of everything. I want a piece of the oil, the gold, all the shit. Fuck, I ain't no consignment, none of that shit. I got my own safe. I got my own tanks back there. I don't give a fuck. I had one tank. I would kill a bitch with one tank, ride through that shit. Fuck all that. I'm a tank. Fuck all that shit.
12 miles of sea. From North Norway, you cannot reach the Indrawing Sea, which lies beyond Great Rockland, or Greenland maybe, but Rockland it looks like, for it lies still
Rockland is
further
Greenland.
northward. This North Norway stretches as far as the mountain range, which encompasses the North Pole, and borders on this mountain range for about 17 miles by land. The rest is all sea. So they tell us there's just ice up there, not a mountain range. And this is the same mountain range which comes close, they're not sure what the word is, within about 15 French miles, and then stands further off towards the east. And near here, towards the north, those little people live, of whom there is also mention in the Gestai Arturi, and their borders on it, beside a beautiful open land. And this land lies between the province of Darkness and the province of Burgi. But between each of these provinces and these lands lies an indrawing sea. In this province, parentheses, the open land, has a mountain border of over 72 French miles by land. These facts are in more about the geography of the north are to be found in the beginning of the Gestai Arturi, etc. Gotta check that book. The islands adjacent to the North Pole were formerly called Silai, perhaps Thule, and now Septentrionales. Among them is North Norway, and there are many small rivers, some 2, some 1, some 3 kennings wide, more or less, and they are called indrawing seas. Because the current always flows northward so strongly that no wind can make a ship sail back against it, and here it is all ice from October to March. And in these latitudes, the mountains reach up to the clouds and are almost all rock bare of vegetation. And it is almost always misty and dull weather. It is well known that beyond...
Right there. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Now let it hold up. There they go or something. Right there. 2 globes. They always had 2 spheres and all that shit. Can y'all see what they said in the middle of that shit? We in the middle. That shit said something about Atlantis. That shit said Atlantis. So that means we're in the right spot, huh? See? We just keep digging. Yo, that's why we want to know about the Atlantis. We want to know about this Ethiopian ocean, nigga, and where this circle go, and why the fuck. Yeah, then we want to know why the fuck Japan keep on changing up. We want to know why Japan keep on changing up, see? We want to know why Japan keep on changing up, see? We want to know why Japan keep changing up. See, that's how I'm trying to tell y'all to make your direction across like that. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, make your direction across like that there. See? Top view. It's a 22.5, ain't on 11.5. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, get your mindset, because that's how they draw it. And this how they got there, this how they start. And while they start right there, then all of a sudden wipe out those motherfucking lands in the middle of this hole. Huh? And there goes Japan right here. See, this how I jumped on their ass right here. And Japan sits in the Pacific. How? Y'all gonna understand when we keep breaking this shit down. There goes Siberia, see? A Mayans, Negro land. That's how the Mexicans got in that bitch. Them the motherfucking Inuits, nigga. Well, they're slaves to their people. I know they on our shit. And the excuse to how they came over here, the secret relationship between Brits and Japs, fuck blacks and Jews. Need to write that shit. I need to write it. Yeah, I need to write that. The secret relationship between blacks and Jews. Why Japan sitting right here? And British Columbia sitting right there. It's okay, it's northeast shit. They gonna start playing with me, my nigga. They gonna start playing with us. So it is.
70 or 78 degrees of latitude, there is no human habitation. Moreover, the 78th parallel goes in a circle round the Arctic Pole in the form of a high mountain range. Part, lacuna, they're not sure, of the army of King Arthur which conquered the northern islands and made them subject to him. And we read that nearly 4,000 persons entered round the Arctic Pole in the form of a high mountain.
Look at that. Look at on both of them circles, both of them worlds. But they don't want your world before they world. Look at how you see ice. You see that? That's Africa and India and Mongolia going all over there. Matter of fact, let me let Jane Elliott show you too, cause I shouldn't know made her shit up. I gotta give her respect. That's my baby. Yeah, that white lady Jane Elliott, that's my baby. See how that ice go all the way across? That's South America and North America. That's Africa. And you see how that ice go all the way up under us right there? I say up under cause I'm fucked up too. That shit behind us. That shit behind us in the southwestern part of the world, nigga. You understand? That shit behind us. And them hoes ain't came down from with God on top of our head, ascending on top. Them hoes came across them goddamn mountains and them waters and them falls and them mountains over the fuck they come from. And that Jane Eddie goddamn. And that Jane Eddie get through. I should never shut up. I be tripping. I gotta get this calm down. But I need to put them on and get on that side where you can see.
Now, look at this map. The equator on this map is down here. All the white countries are larger than they should be, and all the countries of people of color are smaller than they should be. This is a visual image that teaches children a lie.
Hold up, we're gonna start
In order to
roll.
make this map anywhere near accurate, you have to take this over here.
I'm gonna let you get there, get the whole thing on that.
What you believed
What I
before in the rightness of whiteness. You've got to realize that there's only one race. You've got to realize
man,
that
fuck
what
the
you
whole
want
lot.
to call yourself is fine as long as
It's
you don't
fine,
say
it's
it's
fucking
a
me up.
race. As long as you stop talking about racial differences. As long as you stop.
How many of you have ever seen a map that looked like this before? How many of you have ever seen this map?
Seen that map?
Isn't this the map that you use K through 16 in the United States of America? Now, folks, look at this map. According to your social studies teacher, what is the equator? An imaginary line where?
Yeah.
Around the center of the Earth. Then if this map is correct, then the equator must be here, and Chicago has a tropical climate. Now, folks, this is the map that we use in the schools. Look where the United States is, in the middle of the world. Right? Now, here's the USSR, which is no more, of course, Mongolia, China, Africa, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan. Now, look over here. USSR, Mongolia, China, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan. Twin Indias here. We have two Indias. Did you know that?
Did you know that?
Now, people, this is a flat-out lie.
See how
Look
they
at the
keep
size
splicing?
of Greenland and the size of South America. According to your social studies teachers, what were continents? Largest land masses on the face of the Earth, right? Now, do you know the continents? Africa, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, Europe, North America, and South America. Did I say Greenland? Well, Greenland isn't a continent, but it's a huge landmass according to this map, right? The map is a flat-out lie, people. If you read the legend on the map, here it says, in fact, South America is actually 9 times larger than Greenland.
9 times larger.
Now, look at this map. The equator on this map is down here. All the white countries are larger than they should be, and all the countries of people of color are smaller than they should be. This is a visual image that teaches children a lie.
Taught me that
In order
shit.
to make this map anywhere near accurate, you have to take this over here and put it here like
Line
this.
it up.
Now, well, can somebody hold that?
That's how they
Can
be
you hold that
splicing.
down
They
there,
splicing
somebody?
you like that today.
Are you a somebody?
Sally is a somebody.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sally's a somebody. There. Now, take a look at the difference. Does that give you a different visual image of the importance of the United States? People, the way you use things like this, teaching aids like this, are what make you and I racist. We were taught that this is the way the world looks. It's a flat-out lie. How could a parent not be a racist? How could a white parent not be a racist in a situation?
Mountain range. Descended in the 5th generation from Abruxalensis.
Yeah, hop. They been had
One,
that
I
hop.
say,
They got some shit way wrong now.
from
They doing
parentheses,
shit with it.
those who had penetrated the northern regions in the first
With
ships.
that rocket thrust and
that
shit,
great
make it
army
rain
of
and shit.
archers had lain all the winter of 530 AD in the northern
That
islands of
motherfucker
Scotland.
nigga up
And on
goddamn.
May
This
3rd,
goddamn
a part of it crossed
computer
over
low.
to Iceland. Then 4 ships of the aforesaid land had come out of the north and warned Arthur of the indrawing seas. So Arthur did not proceed further, but peopled all the islands between Scotland and Iceland, and also peopled Greenland. So it seems the indrawing sea only begins beyond Greenland. In this Greenland or Rockland,
Indrawing sea.
or Roland, he found people 23 feet tall, that is to say, of the feet with which land is measured. When those 4 ships returned, there were sailors who asserted that they knew where the magnetic lands were. Jeez.
Magnetic lands
Arthur
were.
afterwards put on board a fleet of 12 ships, about 1,800 men and about 400 women. They sailed northwards on May 3rd in the year following that in which the former ships had departed. And of these 12 ships, 5 were driven on the rocks in a storm, but the rest of them made their way between the high rocks on June 18th, which was 44 days after they had set out. More precisely, perhaps some of them made their way. The priest who had the astrolabe related to the king of Norway that in AD 1360 there had come to these northern islands as English Minorite from Oxford, who was a good astronomer, etc. Leaving the rest of the party who had come to the islands, he journeyed further through the pole of the north, etc., and put into writing all the wonders of those islands, and gave the king of England this book, which he called in Latin Inventio Fortunatae, which book began at the last climate, that is to say latitude 54, continuing to the pole. This monk said that the mountain range goes round the north like a wall, save that in 19 places the indrawing channels flow through it, whereof the widest is not above 12 French miles across, the narrowest 3/4 of a mile, and through the narrowest no ship would be able to go because of the strong rush of the water. The mountain range is surrounded by sea except in North Norway, when the Norwegian mountain range reaches it for a width of about 17 miles. And right under the North Star, opposite Norway, there lies a fair level land which is uninhabited. There are many beautiful ... In the east, there stretches out an arm of land which is nearly all wooded. It narrows continually the farther north, parentheses, the more, so that it is not more than 1 mile wide where it meets the mountain range. Otherwise, no land touches the circumference of mountains anywhere, but in many places the sea is so narrow that one can see the far side. And the mountain range covers a breadth of 8 miles, and in the whole circle, parentheses, said the Minorite, there is no habitation except on the east side, where in that narrow land, isthmus, already mentioned, there were 23 people not above 4 feet tall, whereof 16 were women. This monk said that in 2 other places further inland he found a great piece of ship's planking and other balks which had been used in big ships, besides many trunks of trees which at some earlier date had been hewn down, so that he could say with certainty that there had formerly been habitation there, but the people had now gone, and that the country where they, the pygmies I believe he means, were more than 6 degrees broad, that is to say, a many days' journey, and one could cover the distance on foot, and it was 10 degrees long, that is 33 days' journey. Also there lay there, said he, an indrawing sea of 5 channels, gathered together, which came through the mountain range out of the 19 channels mentioned. And this indrawing sea is 12 French miles wide, and measures across about 4 days' journey. And at the west of the aforesaid country is another indrawing sea, into which 3 more channels go out of the aforesaid 19. And that channel which they, the ships I believe are meant, had entered also flowed therein. And all these channels which turn tortuously when they come out of the mountains drive ships immediately ashore. But whatever channels flowed straight into the innermost seas, into which the 19 channels gather, in these ships must of necessity be carried current-wise inwards and become lost. Also, said this Minorite, these innermost seas number 4, and the one which lies on the west side was quite 34 French miles broad, and on the other side of the sea was the best and healthiest land in all the north. Also, he said that the sea which lay on the east side could never be frozen because so many channels united there, and it was narrow besides, so that the current was very strong, but that the one which ran on the west side used to freeze almost every year and remain frozen sometimes for 3 months, and in that land he had seen no signs of habitation. But in a country which lay to the north opposite it, he had recognized planks of ships and tree trunks. All these 4 countries are high open lands, plateaus, except some mountains 4 fathom high. There are many trees of Brazil wood. When this priest with the astrolabe, And then this is something, I guess. In the midst of the four countries is a whirlpool, into which there empty these four indrawing seas, which divide the north, and the water rushes round and descends into the earth, just as if one were pouring it through a filter funnel. It is 4 degrees wide on every side of the pole, that is to say 8 degrees altogether, except that right under the pole there lies a bare rock in the midst of the sea. Its circumference is almost 33 French miles, and it is all of magnetic stone, and is as high as the clouds, parentheses. So the priest said, who had received the astrolabe from this Minorite in exchange for a testament. And the Minorite himself had heard that one can see all round it from the sea, and it is black and glistening, like 2001: A Space Odyssey, and nothing grows thereon, for there is not so much as a handful of soil on it. That was the writing and words of the Minorite, who has since journeyed to and fro 5 times for the King of England on business. They are to be found in a book called Inventio Fortunae, of which the Minorite himself was author. The foresaid priest said also to the King of Norway that in the country where he dwelled, not 6 times a year did it rain, and even that was drizzle, lasting not more than 6 or 7 hours. ... Lacuna. The wind never blows hard enough to drive a corn mill. Furthermore, the air there is always cool, and the other 7 that were with him testified that they had also heard such things, as he related, said by their elders, but had never seen them. This is word for word everything that I copied out of this author, Knoyen, years ago. Farewell, most learned man, with my most affectionate esteem, 1577, Gerard Mercator. So I believe we all have our work cut out for us in trying to locate some of those books and seeing what was said about there. But just visually, some of those ideas are absolutely amazing. You could definitely not put it past a superpower of our world to completely hide this from us. No one can go there without easy access. In order to get there, you really have to have a plane, and they could blow up anything that comes past a certain line with ease. So because these ships seem impossible, I guess with a really extreme motor, you could probably definitely do it on a motorboat, but it would be tough to get through, again, all their military everywhere. They're definitely hiding something from us, and there's no telling. There could be so much out there. The way they describe the land beyond, like past the magnetic pole, magnetic stone, which is absolutely phenomenal to have them talk about. And beyond that is a clear area where vegetation, the best land in all the north. Like, that must be unbelievable. The trees are probably huge. I can imagine the animals that roam around there, the civilization that must have been there. There are definitely, like, I wonder if they're even, if you get beyond a certain point, if there's...
There you go, imagine. I'm gonna get there even. Yeah, I can't hear you now. Oh, okay. At least, okay. Uh-oh. I'm looking at this shit. How they talking about this shit right here. This melanin in the human. Ultraviolet rays in humans. Black pigmentation is advantages in many. Let's just say advantages. Advantages. What's that? Disadvantages. In many ways, it is a barrier against the effects of sunlight, namely ultraviolet rays, in humans. It's old shit. These motherfuckers know they can't survive in that with that melanin, man. That's the whole thing. Knowing that we are melanated people, man. Never overlook the goddamn important shit. We melanated. That's it. That's the bottom line. They eat melanated oils, using up for stem cells, using up for all kind of shit. Why would they say goddamn Egyptians and Semitic? The Egyptian language should be Semitic, but they said that they goddamn don't say it. It said only Egyptian and Semitic have records from very ancient times. Egyptians are babies. Egyptians are the babies of the goddamn Ethiopian. What language did the Ethiopians speak? Because y'all wrapping us up with the Semitic shit right here, going through this little part of Semitic shit. We not Semitic. See, that's why it was important to get the Ethiopians to convert to Judaism. That was the importance of the goddamn to get the Ethiopian. And the important thing is to remember, if Islam been in, they try to say Islam was in that bitch. If Islam been in the hand, in the land, why would they have to get them to convert? Because both of them converted over to Judaism. Yeah, the Islam, all these niggas Jews and all this shit by default, all this shit intertwined and connected somewhere. They had to then he got the Ethiopian convert and goddamn put Ham on the back of Abram's name and made him the father of all the black nations. So they killed all that. They own all this shit. All them they own all that shit because you believe them. Because you believe them. They own all that shit because you believe them. Look at this fake ass shit about these tectonic plates and shit. They got all kind of shit, man. This is a little bit strategy. Reaching and grab a handful of this shit. But I want to goddamn go into that circle, man, because I think that's where they bombed. They bombed right there. They had the bomb right there to drop the Atlantic up under the goddamn water. That's where all the shit was. That's why I be drawing this circle right there. Why I keep drawing this circle. And my thing is, I think that's where the Royal Island sitting at, man. That's where Europe and England, that's what they sit right there next to each other. That's what the unification of this bullshit going on, and that's where the trickery at right there at that point. And they start hiding shit, and the map makers had to get there and get their shit sanctioned and put out through them before they got there even publish that shit. There's somebody that Atlantic Ocean coming down from that Barren Strait. They can't go on the backside of the ball. This shit gotta be somewhere. Or imaginary one. Go around the backside of the Pacific Ocean, go to the back around the backside of the ball. Because around the backside of the ball is where this motherfucking landmass supposed to connect that, but we see where it connect that right in front of us. Where the mountain regions goddamn come around as a ring and we slide right up between them. But they made up all this other shit about to make an excuse about how the fuck they got over there. But not the Eskimo, not the Anayak Eskimos, the Anayak. It sounds too much like Anayan. That's Anayak. The Anayans. It sounds too much like the Anayan Strait. Sounds too much like y'all was on our shit. The Anunnaki, Anu. Then we had the Ainu. We had the Ainu people too. Anu. Yeah. And this man right here on this video just said something about he think that to be Tatarian. He said he think one of them lines to be Tatarian in that bitch. So man, they keep talking about the same areas in history and keep just changing it up and then run it again. They keep just running the same shit back on us again, man. Keep running the same shit back on us again. I think them motherfuckers float. I think that would make them. I think that would make them all. I think that would make them goddamn islands royal because they floating on the goddamn. Go up over here, cross over in there, and some of the Canaanite over there, you done birth and you over there. Shit. These motherfuckers. I told y'all gonna goddamn stay up this shit. North, south, east, and west, they got the motherfuckers. North America got us fucked up though. And that would make me understand now why they say that we was in the belly of the beast. Though I understand that shit. Though I understand that shit now. A lot of this shit, motherfuckers, you telling me on the way while I was growing up, on the way while you know what I'm saying, over the years while I was growing up. A lot of things they were saying, this little shit they were saying, it makes sense. Nigga, we in the belly of the beast. I see why they say we in the belly of the beast. Nigga, we got usurped by the North, nigga. And we over here speaking this shit like we know some shit, man. We don't know shit. We don't know shit. No motherfucking thing. The language. And so we spoke goddamn, we spoke Aramaic. No, we spoke Hameric. And so that's why I named the whole land, man, Aramaica, man. And they bombed us in the middle of our shit. They was bombing land right there, man. They was dropping land right there. You know they cut the canal out right there. They usurped some land right there. I want to go into Madagascar where they made all those gas cars at. And what goddamn all of my Iranians and motherfucking Jews, Lear Cochran with the Chrysler, the Mercedes-Benz company, the German company, they were made and manufactured all those cars. Germany did that shit over there and got there in Africa. Probably in Madagascar. Made a gas car. That's what I get from that shit. My old goddamn sound serious. And they can't afford to start lying. Now you got Trump and Elon Musk. I just caught them last night. They just said Trump and Elon Musk just started tying together this year and all that shit. I just caught them telling you last night that Trump was goddamn tied to goddamn Elon Musk was bagging that nigga when he first come up in that hole. Then they had them goddamn tanks. Yeah, y'all remember he had them tanks running around Chicago with them niggas hanging out the back of them goddamn tanks and shit. Y'all had them folks hanging out the back of them tanks, had declared war up in that bitch. Had them niggas running around Chicago with them damn tanks and shit around that bitch. Whole world started looking at Chicago. The old made everybody start looking. And then she walked in the freezer. Then I want to goddamn make me a motherfucker. I gotta start back making me some goddamn what they said, how you make the little pictures and shit. I'm gonna goddamn make me a picture of Kanika Jenkins sitting there. You know that picture they got was Selena Gomez sitting next to that girl who supposed had donated the goddamn organ. I'm gonna put Kanika right there. I'm gonna put Kanika right there. And I heard a little bit of Trey Gang shit. He said, so I told that girl, at the beginning of the case, they were saying goddamn Zyra did that girl hell. But we probably ain't know what we was talking about. I ain't gonna hold it strong. I ain't never get no, I don't know. That shit, I wouldn't be repeating it, but I got that shit from somewhere. And he repeated it again today. Oh, Zyra, goddamn, went over the yacht. Boy, this shit some crazy shit. This shit some crazy shit. Them 4 lanes. Them 4 lanes. I need to show y'all that goddamn mall. And see, let me pull up that goddamn. Let me pull up that goddamn mall. That Monte map. Let me pull up that Monte map. Let me pull up that Monte map. Pull up that Monte map. I gotta go get rejuvenated, man. I can't be out there, gotta have me in my zone. I appreciate you, y'all too. Hey man, we got a nice little clan going on. I fuck with y'all, man. I ain't like, dead goddamn car. I fuck with y'all. But I don't be on shit. I ain't no shit. I'm just another nigga running my mouth, man. I ain't no shit. Let me get off, goddamn. I ain't no show. Look at this goddamn Monte map, though. Why did? Look at this Monte map, though. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Shit, why did? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Me and ATL set them whole with goddamn air and water and high land. Cause see, on that Mercator map, that land on the far right hand side, they started disappearing that land on purpose. Though I left off that far with the prison, me and ATL, we said, man, ATL, man, I don't know where my nigga at, man. I'm gonna at my nigga next time I go live about these maps and shit. I'm gonna get there at that nigga. I need to go see my auntie in Atlanta, man. Go see him and that nigga Showtime. On some real nigga shit. For real. On everything. Oh yeah. Oh, now I'm gonna go blow one. Yeah, I love, man, my good little cousin gave me a strawberry the other day, my nigga, that motherfucker was so motherfucking delicious, man. That bitch was so motherfucking delicious, man. I don't know if y'all can see this, I gotta let y'all look at this and y'all gotta make sense out of it for yourself. You gotta look at it for a while first. Y'all know the basics, but you gotta look at it for a while first and then you'll see your big shit. It's the same shit. It's all the lands. See what I'm saying? And go across the middle of that motherfucker. And go across the middle of that motherfucker from top to bottom, you know, do our thing. And it's still gonna be, that's gonna be east, that's gonna be south. And look at the west and look at the north. See here? Let me see, I put my finger over. See right here? See right? Oh, this my quilt. You talking? I'm laying on the bed. Finna get ready to go back outside. See, there's like a quilt. See right there? But see this center right here. This center right here. It's some bullshit right there. It's some bullshit right there. It's some bullshit right there. That magnetic rock supposed to be right there. It's supposed to be some little lands in that bitch or something right there. Then you go out, look. Then you go out through here. And see, I showed y'all on the other map the other day, they said Japan was sitting down in here. Then you went out in here and went around and went to the Bering Strait right there. That shit sitting right there. That shit sitting right there. They're the gap right there. That's supposed to be the separation between Alaska and Asia. This Asia over here, it's Alaska over here. But look right there. Look where they got Japan sitting there right there. That's Japan right there. I'm finna blow it up. You can blow these maps up. That's Japan right there. Hold up, let me blow it up. I was gonna go to another one. Let me blow it up. Let me see how. Hold on, how I used to do this shit. Damn. Hold up. Damn. I clicked on it. It probably come up. This bitch supposed to blow it. There you go. They're the same one. Click on it like this. We supposed to be able to blow this motherfucker. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. See, there we go. Here we go, y'all. But I ain't wanted to be inside. That might need the full screen. Okay, can I bring it down? Can I bring it down? Can I drag it down like this, though? There ain't no problem. Yeah. Nah. I want to bring it down. What this is? Okay, got the whole screen now. There we go. Y'all see it? I want to be able to bring it down, though, when I get... Oh, I can't. That's what I want to know. We good. We good. See, that's straight of water right there. See, this hold on, let's go back to the middle first. See, this we gonna do it. This what I'm gonna do. Y'all check in with me. Y'all finna walk around the mirror. That them earbuds is right there. Them earbuds is right there. Let's look at this map. Damn. Look at this map. I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. This middle, in the middle right here. In the middle right here. It's 4 lands on the Mercator map. It's lands right now. And they call these inner pulling seas. Inner pulling seas. You see the sea coming in from that area where I got my thing at right there? Right there. Right there. And this the land they start disappearing. This the land they start disappearing off the Mercator map right here. See, right there, they start disappearing that land. It's 4 lands sit around this bitch, and I want to know what the fuck going on. Was that the Tatarians and the Anunnakis in the middle of that bit? Were they running? Was they Central Intelligence? Were they really in Central? Or they got that CIA Central goddamn star in the middle of the bit? I don't know, but it's the land right there, man. And see, now I gotta get here. See what I gotta do now is go in here. That's north. That says Mary. That's water. Mary D. North. Relations is water. And Mary D. North. See, I gotta go in there. I gotta go in there and decipher all that shit. It ain't gonna be no thing. I like doing that shit. See, I ain't been able to study this bitch since I've been in prison. This what I was doing before I left. Do you remember? This what I was doing before we left. And see, we're gonna go up on this motherfucker. Oh, I forgot Kyra in there. Kyra might want to go look some of that shit up now. And see, you had to goddamn translate it from Latin or either, I think it's written in Latin. That's how I would have found. Let me show you something. That's how I would have found this. Let me show you how I found this, Kyra. Let me show you how I found this. See, look, Lord. I want you to go back down. And I don't want to drag your ass. See. All right, boom. I want to drag down. See that? See the cut. With the land separate the straights. I be talking about to separate the land. Look how close they are right there. See right there? Let's blow that up. Because I want you to see that cell night. Let me see. I might have to go get the other one. Let me see. Bring that bitch straight down. See right there? See how I told you we would go out to the left a little bit. The other day we was on that map. I said, yeah, I remember you got to go out to the left a little bit. But we were leaving Japan down in here. When we did that the other day, Japan was down in there. When I was trying to show you what the other straight was, I said, well, it must be 2 straights. I said, ain't no 2 straights. Trying to make me think it's 2 straights. And I said, when we were leaving all the straights, I said, okay, I remember some shit like this. You got to go out to the left. Man, put an 8 in there if y'all remember me saying that shit. Draw with all that stuff that's on that paper. Yeah, I drawed all that stuff. I deciphered all that writing on there. I deciphered all those words, all those names. I was making it, yeah. Trying to speak in my own tongue what coming to my soul. Okay, and I said, goddamn, we go out and go to the left. So okay, now watch this. Now you see that now watching it. We going to the left a little bit, just like I told you we gonna do. I told you. I don't play. Look, go out to the left a little bit. That's a 9 straight. But we had to go out to the left to go to the 9 straight. But we were leaving Japan, remember? Now why did? Now I tell you, I don't play. Now why did? Now go on out. Now how Japan was in the inside when we did it yesterday. Now Japan sitting out here with the show with Japan. See that? Come on down, bitch. Cause you ain't gonna make me look crazy. Come on. See out there? Now look. And what is doing over in the north? Why the northeast? Look. See Giapone right there? See Giapone Island right there? See it coming? See it? Now when we did that, went out from the left to last time, Japan was already sitting down there because we coming from the Tartar Strait. Now where is the Pacific water sitting there for real? It's supposed to be behind the water ball. That's where it should be at. These islands should be on the opposite side of the water. It should be some shit on the back side of this water ball from us, man. Now see, look, you see it right there, say Giapone? And so when I first started, I know you've been paying attention, so I already know you know that's Japan. I already looked it up and said, oh, that's Japan Island right there. I already showed it to you. And look how big it is. That's Japan. These hoes ain't sitting in the middle of us all. They just said, I just showed what I just showed you. You go out to the left a little bit, but Japan was still sitting down off of him. See, Japan was sitting down off of him on that other little map we seen. It was sitting down off of him. We went out because it was sitting next to some shit called the Tartar Strait. Where the Tartar Strait at now? Where the Tartar Strait at now? The other bitch sitting down out. See that shit fake as hell, faking us out. They come straight up out of these motherfucking lands right here. Let that shit back down. They come straight up out this sun. And see, this is what I'm gonna concentrate on. I'm gonna concentrate on this sun circle right here. Y'all help me, we can do it together. Y'all get a little spare time and shit. Because this gotta be greening right here. Look how big they had Greenland on the map. Say Greenland the biggest island. See, Japan island, Japan big as hell. Greenland the big island. See all that dumb shit? See? And they started disappearing this little island right here on the Mercator map. They said that land disappeared. They started doing something right there. So we gonna go, man, when I get a chance, we gonna come back in this bitch and we gonna go down. It's two different maps, but the same area. This a Monte map, and then the other one's a Mercator map. And they be wanting you to see the Mercator map. They trying to make you think you sitting on top of a ball. This map ain't making you think you sitting on top of the ball. This is a planisphere map. See, the Mercator map they want to make you think you're sitting on top of the ball, and you're looking at the pole, and when you're looking at the land's going around the side. No, this is how the land look like it. Look how you can see it. Look how the America shape. You can see how the shape. You can see the shapes of the earth on here. That's South America right there. See, that's Mesoamerica. See that why I got that little. See why I got that curse at right there. That's Mesoamerica, and come down into South America. So look. See, and this they supposed to cut. We supposed to cut their ass all across here. Supposed to cut their ass all across there. And that's Asia, and they'll be counting in all the mountainous regions right there. Look at all the other land that we don't know nothing about yet. But see it. Let me see. See, I show you. See right here. See, it's South America right here. See how they made? See how that's Florida right there. See how that's Florida? Boom. Come on around, see how there? Africa over here. Africa come cross over to South America. And you sit back off in there, go up in there. See? And go up through there, through the strait. That is straight right there. And Japan shit right there. You see what I'm saying? This is the United States of America right here. See? And that's Mesoamerica right there. And then that's goddamn South America right there. Yeah, that's Florida right there. See what I got me thinking? See right here where I got that curse at? You see that curse? That's Florida right there. That's Florida right there. That's Mexico. That's Texas and all that shit. And you see that's how they usurped some of us right there. It might not be accurate, but yeah, this it. Yeah, this the United States of America right here. Then you come down through Mesoamerica right there, then you go to South America right there. And you go across here, you go to Africa over here on this side, but you gotta lay this bitch down flat. I ought to lay my computer down flat and get on top of this bitch for y'all. And this the east, this Asia and all this east. With the map, it might be, you see what I'm saying? And that's Japan sitting out there. The 9 straight sitting right there, I just showed y'all. They said the nine straight is the milk. Then they said goddamn, then they said the Barren Strait, they used the same strait, talking about the Barren Strait. Man, your hair itches stand up, yeah. But we gonna go in this motherfucker and get some of them goddamn them names and decipher some of them names and see can we distinguish who own these lands in the inside in this ring right here. Because I think that's what them British Islands. I think this is their unification right here in the summer. You know what I'm saying? And it's Europe versus England. England on this side, the beast over here. This north. We know this the beast over here. The west down here, we got all the good shit, all this shit we got. All this supposed to be, all this shit, see? All this our shit over here, we'll just over here, and Africa over there. And everything up over there, they want to goddamn think it's up over there, but it ain't up over there, it's laying flat over there, and they can't cross this motherfucker, can't cross these goddamn lands on us. Yeah, that's it, crazy. I appreciate y'all fucking with me, man. I got there. Yeah, shit, if I got there, get my head right, my mind goes. Like I told them I'm 2880 at all times, even in my sleep, cause nigga really goddamn fucked me up. She helped me out and fucked me up at the same time. I want that girl to be living so goddamn bad. I wanted to pop out and goddamn tell the whole, yeah, I'm Machiavelli too, nigga. I want to just show me one clip or something. Yeah, some shit like that. But the truth don't need no help, man. It ain't gonna break no motherfucking fold, man. I probably go live on Fed 3GD in a minute. Go live sitting in the yard. I gotta go look at Wonders up. I gotta go to it something up. Mm-hmm. But we gonna get the truth don't need no help. It ain't gonna bend, break, or fold. All we gotta do is support the truth, stand up behind the truth, and we as the people can make it do what it do. So till I come back, man, y'all know to keep this motherfucking thing all the way flat. I said, what I said? I said, boom.